and our coverage of the World Figure Skating Championships. The ladies' event is always the marquee attraction, and it's strange in California and in the United States that the U.S. does not have a primetime player. However, North American hopes ride with five-time Canadian champion Joannie Rochette. She has had a wonderful season, 2 Grand Prix victories, a sterling silver medal finish at 4 Continents in Vancouver, and she brings a ton of confidence into the short program in L.A. And the marquee attraction, the ladies' event, gets underway at the 2009 World Figure Skating Championships. Welcome to our spot ringside in Los Angeles. Scott Russell along with Tracy Wilson and Kurt Browning. Let's talk about the ice dance first. The free dance is coming up. The Canadians, Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer, are in a fight for their lives. For the podium, they stand in 3rd spot, but only just after the original dance. So close, Tracy.
Yes, they're just hanging on in a virtual tie with Davis and White for that 3rd spot. They struggled in the original dance, and they've just been back on the ice training for 6 weeks. That training time has been limited because of the amount of pain that Tessa Virtue is in. Terrific free program planned for us today. Wonderful, and it will really make a statement if they can get through it. In practice, it has looked terrific, but they've only been able to practice small sections, not the program in its entirety.
Let's take a look at the standings after the OD. Domnina Shabalin of Russia have the lead. Belbin Augusto of the United States are next. Virtue Moyer of Canada are 3rd, but only 9 100ths separate them from Charlie Davis and Merrill Davis and Charlie White of the United States. All right, let's move on to the ladies' competition, and this is the short program. There is a real rivalry between the 2 front runners, Mao Asada, the world champion of Japan, and then Yuna Kim of South Korea. There's a 3rd skater to consider, and why not? Joannie Rochette of Canada, who's got plenty of experience. Let's talk about Asada and Kim first.
Okay, well, if I'm going to talk about that, I would go with organization and execution, and Kim has the advantage there. Mao has seemed a little unorganized this year, but she does have the triple axel, and I think she's going to need it. So I think it's going to come down to that. If we don't see a couple of axles out of Mao, I really got to go with this girl that you're looking at here, Yuna Kim, execution and elegance.
Tracy, how about Mao Asada?
Mao Asada has a wonderful fluid quality across the ice. She's a bit of a mystery, though, as you alluded to in practice. She's not particularly organized. She kind of skates around and drifts from one thing. Most skaters, when they go out into competition practice, they know exactly what they're going to do before they get there. She does what she feels like. It's interesting to watch. You do not know what to expect from her.
She hasn't been going over to her coach very much, too. It's interesting.
Yeah, and what's interesting also is that Joannie Rochette, the 5-time Canadian champion, has been emphatic about the fact that she's ready to go and ready to get to the podium. Is she?
Well, we're going to find out, and so is she. I think that at the end of the season, she's been building and building and talking so much about this new mental strength that she has, but this is it. So now this expectation, not only by everyone else, but herself, is going to come to fruition here this week, and now she's going to test herself to the fullest.
And there's nothing like great skates in competition to build confidence. When you do it out there, you get the belief right in here. She's got to take a page from Elizabeth Manley's book and let the rivalry, like the Katarina Witt and Debbie Thomas in '88, all the pressure was on them, and Liz flew in under the radar. Joannie Rochette's got to try and do a little bit of that here.
Would be good.
Yeah, there's no question. It's been a renaissance season for Canada's Joannie Rochette. And with more on that, here's Brenda Irving.
Scott, Joannie's short program today was choreographed by former Canadian ice dance champion Shaylin Bourne. Shaylin and coach Manon Perron certainly have seen a transformation in Joannie during the past year, one that has her more poised, more confident than ever in her career.
When the season started, I said it from the beginning that I wanted to be in the world podium, and it was this year that I wanted to happen. It's the first year that I'm not shy to say that I definitely want to be in that podium. It all started this summer when I did my short program with Shaylin. She gave me this book to read. It was a homework because she knows I don't read so much. And she told me, next time I see you, you must read The Secret, this book. So I bought it, and I started to read it, and then, I don't know, it just made me realize a lot of things that I was not doing in my preparation, and believing in myself more. and just seeing myself achieve the program I want to do.
Là, tu te sens... T'avais l'air de pas savoir patiner.
My relationship with Manon evolved too. I think she didn't feel like she had to train me as much as she used to, like a kid. She could treat me like an adult, and she could actually say, okay, today here's the plan, you're doing a long program, this and that. And then she would teach me, then leave to go home, and I could finish my training by myself. So I was much more mature and able to take care of myself too.
The last year, she improved a lot of part of her life. She's going to school, she has a boyfriend, and she's training really hard. But the main difference for me is her confidence. Now she thinks that she can do it, and it's making a huge difference.
Before this season, I've always felt that my 2005-2006 season was my best, my Firebird program. And I always felt it was very hard for me to, stop thinking about it and create new moments with my skating. It was really important for me this year to prove this to myself, that the best was still to come and that I could still improve, and this is what I'm doing. I met my boyfriend at the Torino Olympic Games in 2006. I think it's a good relationship because we really understand each other. He's a speed skater, I'm a figure skater. I think he really brings balance to my life. Before 2006, I was all about skating, all about discipline and being only doing my sport. I didn't have much of a social life, and now I think it's really important to have a complete life, and he helped me a lot with that.
Well, I think she's a fighter. She literally is a fighter. She doesn't like to lose. She likes to battle for wins, and she's a really talented athlete.
When I'm at the ring, I'm really there, and my head is there too. And when I'm out of the ring, my head is out of here too. So I think it really helped my skating grow even more, to help me skate more like a woman, and I think it made a big difference for me this year.
And I spoke with her coach, Manon Perron, after practice today. She said she's looked terrific all week long in practice. Also asked whether Joannie would attempt the high-scoring triple-triple in the short. Manon said that Joannie will make that decision right now during warm-up, Scott.
Start order, Brenda, for the women's short program. We'll see 21-year-old Cynthia Phaneuf, Joannie Rochette in the middle of the lineup. Yuna Kim, the South Korean superstar, precedes European champion Laura Lepisto of Finland at the World Championship rink.
She competes on behalf of Canada. Welcome now, Cynthia Phaneuf.
Cynthia Phaneuf of Canada with Annie Barabé and David Peltier. She's 21 years of age now. She won a national championship in 2004. And had she chosen, as well as her coaches, she could have appeared at the World Championships then. They made another decision. Now, at long last, Cynthia Phaneuf gets center stage at the World Ice Summit.
They decided back in 2004 that she wasn't ready to handle Senior Worlds. Her plan was always just to make the Junior World team. The following year, she did go to the Senior Worlds, finished 20th, her first time back since then. Skating to Debussy's La Nocturne, choreographed by David Wilson. Mistake, that coming on the triple Lutz. Canadian Championships She led after the short program at 4 continents. She was in 3rd place after the short, ahead of the defending world champion.
And at that competition, we got a good look at the grown-up version of Cynthia. Exquisite lines, great power and athleticism mixed with subtle technique. And we also saw beautiful triple lutz in that short program.
Wound up second at the National Championships in Saskatoon. She was a strong 5th at 4 continents in a very deep field.
What she has that sets her apart from the rest of the field is the power of her emotion, the strength of her presentation. What she needs, though, Kurt, to compete with the best in the world, she needs a clean short program.
Beautifully thought out, well choreographed, and then well executed program.
There have been some growing pains for Cynthia Phaneuf, but she's back at the World Championships, and she looks like she belongs in every way.
From Canada, Cynthia. The scores, please, for Cynthia Phaneuf.
Born in Sorel, Quebec, now trains in Contrecoeur. There's David Pelletier, the 2002 Olympic gold medalist. Annie Barabé, her coach alongside. Short program scores for Cynthia Phaneuf, 53.14 was the fall in the program. She'll be deducted for that. And her rank right now is #1 in Los Angeles.
From Japan, please welcome Miki Ando.
World Championship credentials for 21-year-old Miki Ando of Japan. She won in 2007 at home in Tokyo. She's had a less than inspiring season. However, she has looked very good in practice here.
Skating to the chairman's waltz, choreographed by Nikolai Morozov. And what has got everybody talking about here is her opening combination, planned triple lutz, triple loop.
The hardest combination in the women's event. Big point getter. As she weaves her way into her triple flip. Second jumping pass. Very clean, and in the past she has been deducted for landing her jumps under-rotated. She's looking like a different skater this week at Worlds. Perfect timing, right week to peak.
Great drama at the World Championships last year in Sweden when she withdrew after taking a couple of jumps in the free program.
the top skaters, teammate Asada, Joannie Rochette, Yuna Kim. Kurt, she doesn't quite have the ease of movement across the ice, the fluidity, the soft knees.
No, but she keeps herself, well, she's a former world champion, and she has done quadruple Salchow, and I think that technically that's how she does it. She stays at the top of the pack by every once in a while stepping on the ice and landing these incredible jumps. For example, her combination here, tougher than anyone else's. She nailed it twice in the 5-minute warm-up, but as we sit here and look at the ice, we can see her landing on the triple loop. It may be downgraded from this angle. But what a great effort.
We thought she might be, and maybe she is. Miki Ando, the former world champion of Japan, someone to consider here in California.
Miki Ando.
Well, the name of the game in the short program is always the triple jumps. You want to get as many in, high degree of difficulty. Once you've put the jumps down, then the rest determine how high you'll climb. Here's a look at her triple Lutz. The first jump, very clean. Watch the triple loop and see when the foot lands. You could see the toe pointing towards us. From our angle, it is definitely more than a quarter turn. It depends if the angle for the technical specialist is the same. As you called this, Kurt, a clean triple flip. It's the triple combination that's questionable, and as you said, it's plagued her all year because she, at the Grand Prix final, she had 5 downgrades in that competition and finished 6 out of 6.
And when we talk about downgrades, it just simply is, you do a triple Salchow, you under-rotate it. They decided it's under-rotated, bam, it's now a double. So that's how they downgrade it. You will only get marks for the double, and that was Morozov.
It wasn't the technical specialist. No, that was the coach willing her on. Well, whether or not she had the downgrade, she went for it. And I thought that was the best I've seen her skate in a long time.
Yeah, and we talked about former injuries. She has been skating with a wrap on her thigh. Maybe you could or could not see it on the television, but it's there. And when she wasn't skating, she actually looked like she was favoring that leg.
Her season's best, 59.3. Guaranteed this will beat that.
Program scores, please.
Unless they downgrade, so we'll watch.
Born in Nagoya City, lives and trains in Hackensack, New Jersey. 64-1-2 for the short program for Miki Ando.
She was downgraded on the loop. Season's best, so with 64.
Could have been a 67 or more.
Competitor from Canada, ladies and gentlemen, Joannie Rochette.
At the boards with Manon Perron and Shaylin Bourne, the 2003 World Ice Dance champion. That's Joannie Rochette.
Okay. All right, let's go, okay?
Big Canadian contingent in the crowd here at Staples Center and full of expectation.
The hand slap tradition complete, and we're ready to compete.
Skating to the music Summertime, choreographed by Shaylin. Double axel to open. Moving ahead now to her combination.
Oh, what a fight. She's stab. She didn't place her toe pick in the ice. She stabbed it into the ice, and I expected her to fall out of that. And to be blatantly honest, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how she did that.
Was a confident, gorgeous triple flip.
She did not carry any stiffness into that takeoff. Whatever happened on that Lutz, she threw out, replaced it with perfection. And this is exactly what we've been talking about all year, the new and improved Joannie Rochette, able to recover from situations.
She has not minced words in the lead-up. She expects to be on the podium here. And she said she had to have the good short program. Highest finish at the World Championships for Joannie Rochette, 5th last year in Sweden. She's got her sights set on a lot more here in LA.
That was everything she needed it to be, everything she wanted it to be. Clean, precise, fluid, graceful, and she attacked it. She had it.
Let's look at this Lutz, and I honestly, I thought she was going down. She reached back, she did not transfer weight. She picked almost past, her body was past her toe pick, and somehow not only landing it, but putting a perfect double toe afterwards. So the quality, she did not give up. What an courageous fight. I'm really impressed.
And I believe that's all about training. She self-corrected in the air, total intention on the Lutz, and that's how she saved it. Total attack and intention on the flip as well.
And commitment to it. My coach, Michael Urianic, used to say any skater can land the good ones, but only the great skaters can land the ones with trouble. She is now a great skater in my books.
And she's talked about building a great team around her. Not only Manon Perron, Shaylin Bourne, her sports psychologist, Wayne Hollowell, is here. Her boyfriend, Francois-Louis Tremblay. I mean, she's got a bunch of winners in her corner.
You know, you can give a skater good choreography. That doesn't mean that they can execute it. And Shaylin has given her many subtle little moments, little footsteps here, little shoulder dips there. They all add texture to the program, and I think now she's able to execute those textures.
Joannie's highest score, 66.9. She's got the 3rd highest short program score this year in competition, and she takes it up another notch.
67.9 for Joannie Rochette, who keeps climbing the ladder. First place here in Los Angeles, ahead of Miki Ando.
She represents Japan. Please welcome now, Mao Asada.
Make no mistake, Mao Asada comes in as the world champion. Her coach, Tatiana Tarasova. Mao had trained here in California with Rafael Artunian. And now, trying to put everything together at the right moment in Los Angeles. It has been a season of inconsistency.
It has been a season of decisions as well. She's been putting in the triple axel, a very difficult jump for anybody, to avoid the temptation of doing the Lutz, which sometimes gets an edge change. She's been struggling with that, but it's in this program today. The triple Lutz, that is.
Skating to Claire de Lune, exquisitely costumed. She is planning to open with a triple-triple combination, triple flip, triple loop. Very nice. If that is clean, it will be the first time she's completed that element successfully this year in competition.
Without a downgrade. That's been giving her trouble. It looked like she did have trouble with the takeoff and had to only do 2 revolutions. That could be very costly.
Double axel out of a spread eagle. Beautifully done, but not a lot of flow in and out of that jump. Not as much as she's capable of. Wonderfully fluid body and signature, beautiful, deep, bouncy knees.
She brings them to their feet at the Staples Center. 3-time Japanese champion, the world champion, Mao Asada. Short program behind her. Nowhere to go but up for Mao.
Hug from her coach of this year, Tatiana Tarasova.
Tracy, I agree with you. Beautiful costume and a beautiful program.
However, not as much flow as she is capable of. And let's take a look at her triple-triple combination. Here's the first jump, the flip. Here's the second one, the triple loop. Judges will be watching the landing of that. She did complete the rotation on the ice. They'll see if it's more than a quarter or less. Here's the problem on the Lutz.
And what Mao does is she struggles so hard to try and stay on the outside of her foot, consequently the outside edge, and she doesn't do it naturally, so she has to struggle to force it. She cannot flip over to the inside of the edge before she puts in her toe foot. Trying to make that struggle happen caused her to change it from a triple to a double. She forces it, it isn't natural. And there you can see the look on the face of the
Tatiana Tarasova waiting with Mao Asada for the marks. Legendary coach urging her pupil on.
Kurt talking about the Lutz problems. When a skater does it incorrectly on an inside edge instead of an outside, it's called a flutz. And that was a problem.
That's not a technical term.
And that is a problem that Joannie Rochette had a number of years back, and her coach, Manon Perron, refused to let her do it in competition until she corrected her technique. And so Joannie went back to the drawing board, reworked it, and it has really paid off for her because the judging panel really cracking down on incorrect edges.
And this is huge waiting for this, because this actually could almost wipe out her chance to come in and win this. This is 8 to 10 points we're waiting to see here.
She needs to get credit on the triple-triple.
Joannie Rochette has the lead, 67-9, her short program score. And Mao Asada, 66-06.
So she gets credit for the triple-triple. Double Lutz with a wrong edge takeoff. Loses 5 points there. Good marks nonetheless at 65.
Silver medalist at the last World Championships in Sweden, Carolina Kostner of Italy. And at those World Championships, she led after the short program, so is capable out of the gate.
We never know what to expect with Carolina. Well, we can expect one thing: she skates with a lot of power. A striking presence on the ice. Extremely inconsistent in competition. Lots of speed here. Opening with her triple-triple combination.
She gets outside that circle. She lets the upper body swing around, and the momentum of the landing shoots the foot out from underneath you, and she had to put the hand down, excuse me. And when you see her hit that triple-triple, it is awesome. Triple Lutz here, not as consistent as her flip. It's been pretty good this week, but she will land with a 2-foot. Get a slight deduction for that. Like Alyssa Cisney earlier in the competition, we cannot talk about Carolina without mentioning her inconsistency. It's really too bad. But if she can hold on here, she has one jump left. That is a beautiful double axel and has improved so much. Unfortunately for her, a portion of her costume has fallen off onto the ice. And that will be a deduction.
Won the Europeans last year. This year she finished second to Finland's Laura Lepisto.
And you can see her engaging personality coming through in this. She is such a likable skater. Even her fiercest competitors can't help but smile when she's around. She's just that kind of person.
Very nice.
When she was a younger skater, did some training in Edmonton. She's born in Bolzano, but trains in Oberstdorf, Germany with Michael Hood. Carolina Kostner, last year's silver medalist at the World Championships.
Well, after the kind of season Carolina has been having this year, that was an exceptional short program. I don't know if the speed of her skate comes through on the screen. It's quite breathtaking here. Her first jump, as Kurt said, leaning out, has to put her hand down. That was to be a triple. For her second jump, it was a double.
So she'll get a quality deduction on there. But being on the ice with Carolina, it's quite frightening. If she hits you, it'd be like being hit by a train. She carries more speed than anyone I've ever skated with. And she's a player. She's definitely been on the podium at the World Championships before. She has the talent. She has the footwork, some of the best footwork of any of the girls. Unfortunately, I hope this costume problem doesn't become an issue with a 1-point deduction for that.
Carolina Kostner, along with her coach Michael Hood, talking to her now, waiting for the results of the short program. Right now, it's Joannie Rochette of Canada, the leader, followed by Mao Asada and Miki Ando of Japan.
Carolina is known as a short program skater, actually. The long program giving her more trouble than the short. She has that speed and the footwork, all those elements, very important in the contained short program.
Winner of the Cup of Russia this year.
The short program scores, please. The total score for Carolina
Marks in 63.18 on the short program for Carolina Kostner.
This season's best, and she is currently in 4th place.
And that keeps her up there and in the running.
Please welcome our next competitor, representing the Republic of Korea. Here is Yuna Kim.
Wherever she goes, she gets an incredible reception. 18-year-old Yuna Kim of Korea, by far and away the biggest star in sport in her country, coached by the two-time Olympic silver medalist Brian Orser, the 1987 world champion. Yuna Kim was second at the Grand Prix final at home in South Korea. She won at 4 continents in Vancouver.
Watch for exquisite details in her choreography and also the flow of her jumps. Triple flip, triple toe.
She jumps like the man.
Only better.
Key jump for Yuna. Triple Lutz. Detailed choreography by David Wilson.
Detailed choreography by Brian Orser being displayed on the side of the ice right now. He gets so excited. He skates the programs with her side by side, cheering her on and motivating her as they train in Toronto.
Final jump, double axel.
And that is exquisite.
The sublime Yuna Kim, only a hint of what is yet to come for this Korean. Well, she's taken the world of figure skating by storm. There's her coach, Brian Orser. What a connection they've made.
And what a performance by Yuna Kim. Right from the moment the first beat of music hit, she was into it. Watch the height and the trajectory of that triple flip and the speed on the landing of it, and then the height and equal speed on the second jump. A powerful opening.
But you know, as great as all those things are, I really think what takes it over the edge for me is the use of the perfect beats in the straight line footwork. The upper body is moving, the knees are moving, she's flowing, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere, she freezes and hits the note, does something else, freezes and hits the note. It's the little subtle touches that the choreography has that she sells, like the ending pose. All those things come together. It's awesome. Yeah, his legs are still good.
He jumps around, he bangs the boards, he's with her every step of the way.
And he's like that in practice too.
She has the ability to make you feel like you're watching something special. Not just skating, something bigger than the sport, something that involves the musicality, the athleticism, and the artistry
And
together.
she is under so much pressure, has so much attention, the #1 sports star in South Korea, and they follow her around the world.
The total score.
Wow, 76-1-2, best ever score in the short program, 72-24. She had that at 4 continents, way beyond that.
A new standard.
The sublime Yuna Kim of South Korea.
Please welcome our next competitor representing Finland. Here is Lepisto.
European champion Laura Lepisto with a tough act to follow.
Oh my goodness. I mean, she has been standing out here for a number of minutes, taking it all in. She doesn't have a lot of experience at this level. She competed at Worlds last year, finished 8th, and she's got to try and turn the energy around and use it to her advantage, Kurt.
I used to compete against Stephen Cousins from Britain, and Stephen said, I loved competing after when you skated perfect because I just went in and took that wave of energy, and I hope that Laura can do that too.
Opening here with a triple combination. Triple toe. Doesn't get a good solid first jump, so turns the second to a double. Nice triple loop and beautifully timed to the music.
Has really matured since we first saw her in major international competition at Skate Canada in Quebec City in 2007. Remember, she led after the short program there and then completely fell apart in the free skate. But now she seems more confident.
And what a big win for her at the European Championships, where she defeated Carolina Kostner. That's got to give her some confidence for sure.
She accomplished a number of firsts when she won her European title. The first time a Finnish lady had been on the European podium, and guess what? She was joined by a teammate. So first time 2 Finnish ladies on the podium at Europeans. After the competition, she went back to her practice rink, and they had technical problems there, closed the rink, so she has had to drive around Finland in search of ice time and patch it together to get herself in shape for this competition.
Europe's finest this season, Laura Lepisto, the 20-year-old from Finland.
I know what she's thinking of right there. She's thinking of the triple toe. After the triple toe loop, she wanted to have 2 triples in a row, but didn't quite get it.
Her season's best, 59 points in the short program.
The short program scores, please.
Mao Asada's at 3rd spot right now. Joannie Rochette 2nd. Laura Lepisto 59.66, new season's best for the European champion.
This is a new season's best,
And that puts Laura Lepisto in 6th spot. Yuna Kim of South Korea hits one out of the park at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. 76.12, a world record in the short program. Canada's Joannie Rochette is 2nd, just ahead of Mao Asada, the world champion of Japan. Right now, here is Yuna Kim, along with her coach Brian Orser and Brenda Irving.
Well, these are the first World Championships that Yuna Kim has been totally healthy. And Yuna, how did that help your confidence heading into that short program tonight?
The last 2 years, I couldn't compete myself because I have the injury. But now I'm very healthy, and I did very good performance in the 4 continents. So I really wanted to keep that feeling for the World Championships, and I did very good short program today, so I want to do better tomorrow.
Well, Brian, speaking of tomorrow, Yuna has a huge lead heading into that free skate. Is it possible for anyone to catch her?
Well, we just have to approach the free program just like we do every day. You know, the short program is done, we have a nice cushion, but the goal is to skate a really strong free program, and she's trained for it, she's been healthy, and we've been working hard. So that's the goal, is to go out and deliver a really solid long program.
How are you going to spend the next 24 hours?
Well, you have to move forward and think about the long program.
Thanks for this, and good luck in the free skate.
Thank you.
Yuna Kim has been brilliant here at the Staples Center. How many superlatives can you offer on that skate?
I think we could come up with a few, eh?
I'm going to start with a simple wow. It was really a 6.0 moment, and it was a new level, a new standard, and she's really bringing herself to a place in our sport that just hasn't been shared with anybody lately. Katarina Witt, maybe, and
Torvill and Dean. I mean,
yeah.
Really, we've watched skating for so many years, and you appreciate the fact that Yuna Kim is a phenom. I mean, she's right up there with the legends in the other sports, the other great legends, and with Torvill and Dean, Katarina Witt.
She skates like that,
Browning.
she's untouchable. Browning, yeah. But I mean, Mao Asada still has a lot of potential. She didn't show it tonight,
Yeah.
but this rivalry's still there. We're not saying it's not there, but what a night. It was a magic moment.
And Canada's Joannie Rochette, who said at the outset that she could be on the podium, would be on the podium here in Los Angeles.
Well, that was her intention, and that's how she's been skating all year. And in practice, she's been organized, she's been on the ball, and nothing like great skates in competition to give you confidence, and that's what she showed. And Kurt, remarkable what she did on her Lutz today, because both you and I thought it wasn't going to happen.
The adrenaline in me went crazy when she put in her toe pick for the triple Lutz. I really thought we were just going to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa go down, and she was unbelievable. She was so strong physically and mentally. She made the decision to fight for it, and then had the facility to make it happen by twisting in the air and making unbelievable, really courageous stuff. I'm so proud of her.
And can I get one quick comment? She loves the long program, does she not?
This is her strength. Joannie Rochette has been the most consistent long program skater in women's competition this year. So how nice for her to have a personal best in the short program, and now look forward to her strength in the long program.
Joannie Rochette of Canada in very good position, looks ahead to the free